Well, hello there, Curlfriends. Welcome to my video, or shall I say, welcome back to my video. I am IAmMickeyB. Have we met? If not, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for watching my video today. Thanks for spending some time with me. Today we are in week 3. We are starting week 3 of our rehabilitation process. You see the gray is coming in rare form. I'm sitting down today because I just did my exercise routine and I should be in bed. It's probably midnight or going on 12:30. I'm a late night person and I don't know why. I tell myself every time you need to go to bed, but I just can't get sleepy. It seems like before 2 or 3 in the morning. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's get started with week 3. I've got my little product sitting right here, and let me go ahead. It's still hot here in Southern California. It was 95 degrees today, which was not too bad. But inside the house, it can get a little hot up in here. I'm just really relaxed right now. I mean, that's a good thing about working out. Speaking of which, I've gained some weight. I've gained a lot of weight, and it's time to get it off. I've been working out, but I just need to get the working out and the eating in conjunction with one another so that the workout is effective on the weight loss. Whew. So it helps when it's hot because I don't like to eat a lot of heavy food. There's that auto flush thing on my toilet, so just ignore that. But excuse me, when it's hot, I don't crave food. Like, I'm good with one meal a day, but I like to snack on popsicles and ice cream. So recently I've come up with another version of ice cream that's more healthy, and that's using that frozen banana method. And I just keep a bunch of frozen bananas in my freezer, and then I just put them in my Vitamix mixer, and I put a couple tablespoons or a couple spoonfuls of Nutella, or before I was using Nutella, I used that idea of a nut butter. It was a chocolate almond nut butter, and it really made it taste like chocolate ice cream. And then I chopped up some almonds to put in there as well, so it was really delicious. But I have to still do that within reason as well. So, but I need that that craving, that sweet craving has to be appeased with me, or else I kind of just spiral into a bunch of crap that I don't need. But it's mostly just ice cream. It's like, I'm like, if there was an AA for ice cream, or II for ice cream, then I would probably be a member, because that's how much I'm addicted to it. But I can walk away as long as I have a healthier option. And frozen yogurt, actually yogurt is a good option, but yogurt has a lot of sugar in it, and I'm trying, well, it doesn't have to have a lot of sugar, but you know, the ones that you could just go out and buy easily are probably loaded down with sugar. So I'm just in the process of looking for healthier alternatives. So I am, though, regularly exercising. I definitely wanted to get that rhythm going, because once I incorporate the food, I want to, you know, be able to just focus on that and have the exercise already be a regular part of my life, versus having to try to do them both at the same time. It's a bit much when you've been willy-nilly out of control. You know, I don't want to put too much on myself at one time, because you have to be realistic with your willpower and, you know, well, I do anyways. I mean, back in the day I could do it a lot easier, but now it just, you know, as you get older, things change a little. But I don't accept being overweight, I'll tell you that right now. I will never accept it. I will not go out and buy new clothes on the larger size, I will punish myself and look crazy until I can fit my cute clothes again. So that's pretty much where I'm at. So I don't know, I just segued into that, I guess, to stall while I'm taking these out, plus just mentioning the fact that I just did my little workout routine. So I want to start doing those, recording those as well, so you guys can join me on those if you like. But yeah, it just relaxes you. Like, I'm really relaxed. Last time I did a video, I felt like I was super duper hyper. So today, I do have the booklet right up here this time, and if we're going to pick up with our 17, the ultimate guy, I don't want to touch it because it'll fall again, but you guys know which one I'm talking about. I just don't remember it offhand. But I want to make this quick because I really need to go to bed and just get this deep conditioning happening and get my butt in the bed because I'm really relaxed and I want to just roll into that. But you see how my hair is looking, right? Can you tell? It's moisturized. This is, the last time was Wednesday, and it's really soft and pliable. I mean, it feels really good. Even, well, up here it's soft right now because I was, you know, after exercising, it's a little moist from a little sweating up there, but, and I'll probably be washing my hair. I don't know, I'm gauging this gray, how far out it gets, maybe when it gets to about there. It just depends on what's on my schedule and how busy I am. That's the beauty of doing it during this pandemic, because I don't have to go anywhere or have my hair look presentable. So I can stretch it out for as long as I choose to right now. So I guess I'll play it by ear. But using the lighter version of the Shebe and not putting all that in there like I did last time really helps. Because as you see, there's nothing coming out on my hands. It's not like it's a whole bunch of gunk. You would think it would be, but it's not. It just lets me know that my hair is absorbing it and eating it up, and that's why it's looking, you know, a little moisturized. Now, I'm so tired right now. I know I normally show you my bald spots. Let's see. Hopefully you can see it this way. I hope so, because I'm too tired to stand up. I really am. I really am. I feel good though. I'm just tired. I used the Urban Rebounder, that little trampoline thing. My friend let me use her Urban Rebounder, and it's really good if you don't want stress on your joints. So it really gives you a good workout. Like, my knees don't hurt, and I messed up my knees years ago refereeing, so that Urban Rebounder is really effective. Alright, I'm rambling. So the topic tonight in this 17's guide to the ultimate guy, or whatever the title is, it says cute versus creepy. So the advice, the chapter that we're on today is giving young girls advice. Know how to leave your guy dying to see you again and not secretly thinking you're a nut job. So the section is dropping by. That's the first category. And it says, surprising him in public. This is what the guy says that he thinks is cute. I love when a girl unexpectedly shows up at one of my sports games to cheer me on. But the best is when she hangs around for a few extra minutes just to say hi when I'm on my way back to the locker room with the team. Having a fan is very rock star. So that's John, who's 18 years old. He says that. Now 17 says, what John said was cute, but what is creepy? This is not John now, this is Travis, who is 18. Travis says, I got back to my dorm. Well, I can't even talk, I'm so tired. It says surprising him at home. So Travis says, I got back to my dorm after a full day of classes, and this girl in my psych class was at my desk waiting for me. Maybe she thought it was spontaneous, but I was freaked out. Waiting around for someone is total stalker behavior. So I can imagine someone just showing up. You don't know they're coming, waiting around in your personal space. Yeah, that's not a good move. Sometimes people think, oh, that's daring, that's bold. He'll appreciate me for that. Not everybody feels that way, and especially today when there are a lot of strange people out there who do strange things. You don't want to freak somebody out like that, just showing up in their space unannounced, uninvited, thinking that they're going to respond in a positive manner. Not always the case. So, and Travis just stated that in his tip. You know, surprising him at home in his dorm room, which is your home away from home when you're in school. So yeah, I think I would agree with the creepy behavior. It's definitely kind of creepy and would freak somebody out. The stopping by in public, I get why they say that's okay, because you're doing it publicly. You're not showing up somewhere where they walk into their own space and see you there and wonder why the heck you're there and how did you get in and what do you want type of thing. You know, she did it publicly. That kind of looks a little thirsty to me, though. I mean, you know, groupie like. I you know, but at least it's not as creepy as showing up in someone's personal space. But I say, you know, if you want to meet somebody, I'm really tired tonight. Sorry for the low energy, but I'm just relaxed, I guess is a better word. That workout was really a good workout. And I really want to be in bed right now, but I'm committed to doing this every Sunday and Wednesday. So sorry if I'm going in and out of the conversation or what I'm supposed to be focusing on. The point is I'm not focused. So I'm doing like a bang up job with this stuff also. But just if it's your first time here and you're confused and I'm not helping you figure out what's going on, I am doing my hair twice a week, trying to get it back in good health. I have a routine of putting my hair food on the scalp, and now I'm putting my cream-based mixture on the hair, only on the hair, and this is only on the scalp. And then the last step is going to be this old school grease to lay it all down. So that's what I'm doing. And while I'm doing it, I hope you're doing it with me. That's the whole point. You guys are making me be responsible, or I'm using you guys to make me responsible, to make me get up and do what I said I'm going to do. Because, oh, my foot's going to sleep. Ah! Wake up! Oh, that's the worst feeling. Hold on, I'm going to wake my foot up a little. I hate how that feels. Trying to go to sleep on me. Okay. If I can kick that out a little bit. Alright, so anyways. Can you tell I'm tired? Because I just forgot what's that. What was I doing? Am I supposed to be doing this section? I just need to go to sleep tonight. Okay, so the next one says, in the cute versus creepy behavior section. The next one says, ooh, I got the tinglies in my foot. Alright, it says keeping in touch, leaving a sweet voice message. One time, let's see, oh, my leg is just like tingled crazy. Let's see. One time I was on vacation overseas and I didn't have phone service. When I came back and turned on my cell, I had a few charming voicemails from this girl saying how much she missed me. It was so much more personal to hear her voice, and not just the text message. So This was from, what is his name? Caleb, and Caleb is 19. I'm standing up because my book is over here propped up on my towel bar. So Caleb says, you know, instead of sending a text message, a sweet little voicemail message was nice to hear when he was traveling internationally. So yeah, that's always good. It doesn't even have to be international travel. Vacation overseas, I'm assuming that's international. But yeah, it's always nice, especially when you're away from home and you go to a different country and everything is so different over there. It's definitely nice to hear a familiar voice to give you some normalcy of what you're used to, especially when you are around people who have different accents and stuff. I remember my sister took me to the Bahamas right out of college, and we went for like a week, and when we got there, it was so weird to me. It was like a culture shock, and I'd never realized I would even experience it. But when you see like all these people who look like you, but when they talk, they don't sound like you, and I'm like, ooh, this is kind of weird. It kind of freaked me out a little. I don't know, it was strange. I just felt like everything that was familiar to me was gone. Like, it was just the strangest thing. It was literally culture shock. But you know, throughout the week, I got used to it, but it was still kind of weird because I had never experienced it before. So, of course, hearing a familiar voice, like calling home and talking to someone in your family and telling them, oh, you know, just hearing that, what you're used to, definitely is nice and refreshing. So I agree with that one. And if someone just does it secretly, like on the down low, then I agree. That's a good suggestion if you want to come across cute versus creepy. Now, the flip side of that, what they're saying is creepy, is this. Leaving a million messages. This girl I was flirting with over Facebook started posting on my wall a lot. When I stopped responding, she posts multiple messages in a row. If a guy ignores more than 2 messages, take a hint. It felt like she was trying to scare off other girls. And that's from Lorenzo, who was 20 years old. So that was his experience. Basically, he had somebody who was probably borderline a stalker, just leaving message after message. Here's my thing. If somebody doesn't want to talk to you or doesn't call you back or is showing you that they are not interested in you, then leave them alone. Like, don't be so desperate to keep calling. You can't force somebody to want to be with you, want to talk to you, want to get to know you. If they are not interested, then walk away and go find somebody who is. So I agree with Lorenzo, who is 20 years old. It's like, you know, just make a move. If you miss one bus, catch another one. Like, find somebody who will return your calls or who will respond to your text messages. But to just be so frantic and just keep doing it over and over, all you're doing is you're sealing the deal that they don't want anything to do with you, because they're like, look at this person, is crazy. It's like, obviously I don't want to talk to them, and they keep texting or emailing. That just it's a bad look. It's not a good look. It's a desperate look, and it doesn't give a good impression of your mental stability. It's like everything about it says no. So girls, young girls, if you're out there acting desperate like that, or thinking that if I keep calling and calling, he's going to call me back, and he hasn't called you back, please go on with your lives. Find someone who will. There's somebody for everybody if you're out there looking. So you don't have to settle for someone who's just blatantly ignoring you or pretty much telling you, I want nothing to do with you, because that's basically what they're saying. If it's been multiple messages and you haven't heard anything, then, be smart about it. It's like, it's not that serious, and, sometimes it's for the best. You might not see it in the moment, but continuing to want to be with someone who is not reciprocating those feelings, actions towards you, back to you, then sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. Sometimes it's divine intervention, and it's just telling you it's time to move on. You gotta move on. So, yeah, I would agree with both of those. I think a lot of these tips and this information basically is just tried and true. You know, I'm showing you the ponytail in case you can't see it all the way on camera, because I'm sitting down. But yeah, a lot of it's tried and true information. So the more I go over these chapters, and again, this is just something to do while we're doing the hair, so you're not just sitting there watching it. I'm just trying to make this interactive and make it more personable, like we're really sitting in a room together, just taking care of our hair. So, and I thought this book would be a good book to do so because it's universal. Everybody's experience, most likely everybody should have experienced one of these situations by now, whether you wanted to or not. But yeah, I find that this information that they have included in this book is pretty universal. You know, it's nothing that's any different from when I was young, for the most part. Only the texting part, you know, all that, you know, the new technology stuff is different. But, you know, as far as they don't want to talk to you, you know, the flirting stuff, a lot of that's still pretty much the same. You know, not much has changed as far as how that works. You know, if a guy is interested in you and how he'll you know, give the same signals back then that they do now for the most part. I just can't remember the other chapters because my brain is very, very relaxed and just wanting to get through this. So, but what we discussed before, like the flirting, and the other chapters that we discussed, I wouldn't say much of that information is any different from what's happened in the past to what's happening now in the present, and what will probably continue to happen in the future. There might be different devices and different ways to do the same thing, but it's still all the same thing. That's why, young ladies, if you have a mother who is a good mother to you, like a good mom, good parents who really care, and they're telling you things for your own good, listen to them, because just because there's a difference in age doesn't mean that they don't know what they're talking about. And I think that's a big mistake that youngins make. They always think just because somebody's older than them that they know more than you. Now, there may be some present day things you might know more about, like a smartphone or, you know, little stuff like that. But when it comes to wisdom, I say take a seat, have a seat, and listen to what they're saying. Because 9 times out of 10, if you have a parent who really cares about you, then they're telling you stuff for your own good. They're not trying to ruin your day like you guys like to act. Like nobody wants to see you miserable. It's quite the opposite. That's why they tell you the stuff that they tell you, because a lot of these young men are all cut from the same cloth as men from back in the day. And some women as well. It's like everybody kind of wants the same thing over the years and over the generations. And when it comes to relationships and meeting people, there's only so many different ways all that can happen and go down. So, I mean, so yeah, give your parents the benefit of the doubt if they're trying to help you, and just know that they're giving you information that is in your best interest, not theirs. It's like, especially if they've been there and done that, why would they want to tell you something to not make you happy? It's like, think about it. It doesn't make sense. Nobody's wanting to see you miserable. If you do have a parent like that, then I feel sorry for you, because that's why I say if you have a good parent, someone who's really on your team and rooting for you and who really wants you to succeed, then just know that they're telling you stuff that is in your best interest. And that's just the truth. No parent wants to see their child fail. It's like, we didn't go through all of this to raise you, to get you out in the world just to take joy to see you fail, heartbroken, miserable. Think about it. You guys need to think these days. You go listen to friends who have no clue, no experience, and you don't listen to your parents. So let's see what the next topic is. Hanging out. Stealing the spotlight. So this is by Carter, who is 18. He says, what's cute is, I went to dinner with a big group of friends, and while we waited for our table, one girl launched into this hilarious story that kept us all entertained. It made her seem really cool. I found myself wondering what it would be like to date her. So that says stealing the spotlight. So he thought it was cool that this girl just stole the spotlight, started entertaining everybody while they were waiting for their table, and he found himself wanting to date her. Now, what does that look like to you? It basically shows confidence. Someone who's comfortable in their skin and not afraid to show it. She's not concerned about what other people think. She's just being herself. Saw a moment, an opportunity to entertain the group, and she took it. And that really made him interested in her. So there you go. It's like a lot of people clam up. Like me, I was shy. I have had a really shyness to me, still do, not as drastic as it was when I was young. I would have never done anything like that. But in my, I want to say in my dreams, not like I dreamed, but like the only time I was that confident when I was younger would have been in my dreams, not in real life. And that's because girls can be mean too when you're young. And I just, wasn't feeling that. I felt like I didn't want to put myself in a position for some chicks to try to make me feel any kind of way, because girls were mean. I had some experience where if I saw them today, it would be a whole different situation. Just know that. But, not like, I say that in the sense like if the person that I am today, if I was that person when I was younger, then it would have been a whole different situation. Not now. I'm not tripping on that now. Just want to make that clear. But yeah, just be confident, be yourself, and you never know who will appreciate that. And you hear it all the time, be yourself. Be yourself. That's so important. And it's more important for you. If you are not who you are, you're not going to be happy. You don't want to go through life being somebody else for somebody else. If you can't be yourself and have people like you because of who you are, then to me that's not fun. You're not going to be happy. It's not a happy ending. Just put it that way. When you compromise who you are and you're trying so hard to make other people like you by doing things that you wouldn't normally do, or you don't normally like, or just not who you are. It's like the reason to be yourself also is because when you are yourself, then people who like you for who you are will be drawn to you where you can be yourself. But if you're trying to look outward and you see other people who you think you might like to be with, but they're different from you, so you think you can change to be with them, trust me, it's not a good mix, because you are always going to be who you are inside, and eventually that person's gonna come out. You can suppress them, you can try and hide them, but the person who you really are is always inside of you. And so don't suppress that person and then have that person come out later, and then people wonder where that person came from. That's because you weren't being honest with yourself or with the people you were hanging around with. So yeah, so the flip side of that, because I realized I did not read it, so that was stealing the spotlight. So the creepy part of stealing the spotlight is provided by Neil, who is 18, and he says, I met this girl at a party and our conversation turned to special talents. She told me she's awesome at imitating animal noises, then let out this extremely loud call of the wild. Everyone stared at her and I was horrified. So he says hogging the spotlight. That's what that category is called. But it sounds more like being too extreme. So the first example was the girl entertaining everyone and making them laugh while they were waiting, you know, killing time, waiting for their table. And then this other one, just the creepy one, is like she came up here and acted crazy, doing animal calls and stuff, thinking people were going to respond to that. So that definitely, I mean, you could, I'm sure everybody's been somewhere where there's been like an awkward, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that, or this person is weird, let's go somewhere, you know. I've definitely experienced that, where you don't want any parts of it, because it's seriously, like I said, always say, today people are crazy, people are special, and you never know which one is on the edge of something or about to lose their mind or are mental. And that's probably what that looked like to this one, to whatever his name was. But yeah, so don't hog the spotlight and do weird stuff that nobody gets but you. Like, you know, you grew up on a farm and that's what you guys did back in your little farming town, and then you moved to the city and tried to bring in them things that you did on the farm with these animal calls. Don't expect people to respond to that and think, and you know, and think that that's cool and want to hang around you and keep you in the crowd. They're gonna be like, let's go, you know. So it's kind of creepy. So yeah, I would agree. It's kind of creepy when you do weird things that nobody gets but you. It's different if you guys grew up together and they know you and they know where that's coming from, and it's, you know, they get the joke, they get it, and they can join in on the craziness. But that's where being yourself comes into play, because when you are yourself and you will draw people to you who are like you and understand, you know, your life and what you find funny and the things you guys did to entertain each other. You know, you stick with people who are similar to you, and people who, or at least people who allow you to be yourself. You know, they'd be like, oh yeah, she's from a farm, we get it, we like that sense of humor, you know, they get it, it's not crazy to them. But if you get people who are just trying to have a nice, normal evening, and you come up there acting crazy like that, then don't be surprised when they don't respond favorably. Alright, so the last one says, dressing up, wearing what makes you happy. I love girls who can rock jeans and hip-hop sneakers. When you can dress down in a party, for a party, and still look cute, you seem confident and easygoing, not like you're trying to impress. Every guy is drawn to the girl who looks totally comfortable in her own skin. And that's by Nick, who is 20. And I agree with that. That's some very good advice coming from a guy. Let's just talk about that for a minute. Every guy appreciates a girl who is comfortable in her own skin. I can't tell you how many times I go out and I see young girls on dates, and the guy is comfortable in his tennis shoes and t-shirt, you know, hoodie, whatever. And the girl looks miserable, trying to look super cute with some heels on. It just, like, they don't even look like they're on the same date, because the girl is wearing something that's totally opposite. She doesn't look comfortable. You can tell she's just trying to look cute for a date. And I could never understand that. I'm like, I'm always one for comfort. It's like, to me, comfort comes first, period. So, and this guy right here is telling you that he appreciates that, you know, because you can be more of who you are. It's like, I've seen chicks freezing their butt off, knowing they're cold, trying to look cute in the winter with no jacket on, wearing, you know, skimpy clothes, just to try and impress a guy. And the guy is probably sitting there like, this chick looks crazy. It's however many degrees and she's wearing this. You know, he's probably thinking that, because it just looks crazy. It's like, think about what you do before you leave the house. You know, somebody's gonna like you, they're gonna like you. You don't have to be uncomfortable It just doesn't make sense, you guys. It doesn't make sense. It's like trying so hard to get someone to like you. Sometimes you're doing quite the thing to make them not like you. Here's this ponytail. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do, this one's already shriveled up now, so what I'm going to do is, let's read the last one. The opposite of dressing up. So that was the cute part. He was like, be yourself, you know, wear comfortable clothes. And then the creepy part was changing to make him happy. Once at a party, this girl asked what kind of clothes I like on a girl. I was caught off guard, but I said, really short shorts. Then she went upstairs and came back in the... Alright guys, I'm sorry about that. My memory card ran out of space, so it cut me off, and while I was loading what I recorded onto my computer, I went ahead and just put my shower cap on, and then my fabric cap, and then my hot head. So I've been conditioning now for about 10-15 minutes, but I just wanted to come here and close this out properly. I think that we have pretty much discussed the last topic, so I'll just leave that where it is. And I just want to say thanks for watching. I hope that you guys have decided to join in, even if you have your own routine, just to join in every Sunday and Wednesday to have somebody to stay consistent with. You know, let's support one another and get our hair in healthy, good condition and keep it on a regular schedule. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning right now, but I feel energized right now because I sat down through the initial process, and now the benefits of my workout it's kicking in. The benefits are kicking in, so I don't feel as tired as I felt early on. It's like, what a difference a few minutes can make. But I'm rambling. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday, and Wednesday we will just be doing a refresh. We will not be deep conditioning, but just a refresh. And what else can I say? Did I leave anything out this week? I don't know, but if I did, I'll pick it up on Wednesday. But I hope you guys are having a great morning, noon, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you're watching this video, and give me a thumbs up if you like these videos. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or feedback you'd like to share, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can join in and make sure that you are kept abreast of every time I upload one of these videos. But so far so good. I'm trying to be consistent, and it doesn't seem too difficult to do for right now, so I'm trying to ride it out. Alright you guys, I'm rambling. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.